Hey, this is BJ. Thanks for listening to our show's podcast. If you're a fan of all things geeky, you should check out my other podcast, BJ Shea's Geek Nation. We have new episodes every day, and you can check it out at bjgeeknation.com.
Your home is going into foreclosure and you feel like a financial wreck. You don't know where to turn for accurate information. I'm bankruptcy attorney Travis Gagne. Let's talk about some legal options. If we work quickly, we can propose a plan to save your home, modify the loan, or in many cases even eliminate your second mortgage. The consultation is free. I've helped hundreds of people just like you make informed decisions about whether to save their home or exit it on a reasonable, organized timeline. The chapter you choose sets the tone for the next chapter of your life. Please contact me today at choosetherightchapter.com. That's choosetherightchapter.com.
99.9 KISW, The Rock of Seattle. You know, when it comes to the lottery, it always seems like it was just old people that would win the big money. And you're like, man, that stinks. They don't have enough time to really spend it, or, you know, right. You'd really want to win that when you're young. Well, that's finally happened. A 24-year-old guy in Wisconsin won the third largest lottery jackpot in U.S. history.
It's funny you say that. That was the first thing I thought. I'm like, finally, a young person wins the lottery.
Yeah.
24, though.
Yeah,
is that too young?
I want to follow this guy because you know how people blow money when they get a lot of money, like celebrities and athletes when they're at a young age, they get a lot of dough.
Dude, that money is not going to last.
Nope. He won the $768 million jackpot, took the lump sum of $477 million. He says he felt weirdly lucky when he bought the ticket, and here he is talking about it.
Around 2 p.m., I had left work, and I pretty much felt lucky. You know, it's a weird, lucky feeling. It's not natural, not normal at all. I honestly felt so lucky that I did look up at the camera, and I really wanted to wink at it because I just had that lucky feeling, and I think it was the third ticket. I did win $4, and I was super excited about that. All of a sudden, as I change hands, I see that last ticket come out. It was so attached to the other one, and I'm thinking, oh my God, like no way. And I see that second number, and my heart starts to pump, and it was amazing. My heart started racing, blood pumping. My blood felt warm. I screamed for about 5 or 10 minutes. I just really wanted to travel the world, you know, stuff like that. I'm not a big guy that's going to go buy fancy stuff. Like, well, of course, I might go buy fancy stuff, but nothing like, nothing too big.
He says that now.
Well, he kind of already corrected himself. He's like, I'm not the type of guy that would buy fancy. You know what? I actually probably will buy some fancy stuff. I'm 24 and now I'm a multi-millionaire.
I wouldn't buy the gold Ferrari. Just a regular Ferrari would be good.
Yeah, that's all.
I don't need 2 Teslas. I don't need 4.
Exactly. Yeah. And I mean, I only need a few vacation homes, not like 20 like some people have.
Yeah, he's living within his means.
Yeah, of course.
I like the part where he's like, I felt weirdly lucky. I don't know about you guys. Whenever I play the lottery, I feel weirdly lucky and nothing ever happens.
Yeah. This is exactly why I don't gamble at casinos. Because anytime I walk in, I feel lucky. I'm like, I got this.
Oh, they feed off that.
I can't. That's why I can't gamble.
I never have that feeling, so I'm never going to win.
No?
You know, yeah, when I play it, I go, I hope, and it's like, but there's a voice in my head going, you hope, you're getting nothing.
See, I always think I'm going to get that ticket. I'm like, this could be the moment. Remember this moment, Steve. This is the moment when you purchased the $1 billion ticket. And then nothing comes of it, BJ.
I wish I knew how this guy felt. You know what I mean? Like, you know, there's one thing about being hopeful, and there's another one where you get that feeling. Like he really felt like he had it.
I know what it feels like to win $4. I remember that one.
Oh, that was a good one.
I got a lotto ticket.
Yeah.
I went, it was at Fred Meyer. I'll never forget. It was at Fred Meyer.
Wow, it's a $4 ticket and you're never forgetting this.
Well, because for a half a second I thought I won a lot of money. I did the scanner thing and it says winner. And you know that there's that slight moment like, what? I won? And then you read $4 and you realize, well, I spent $12 to win $4.
Good job, buddy.
Super.
Yeah.
What a loser.
Yeah. Well, in a way, yeah.
I cashed it, though.
Good for you.
Yep.
Yeah. I mean, you might as well.
Did you take the lump sum, or are you getting it over years?
I took the lump sum, and I also got the big check.
Oh, the big check is awesome.
Wouldn't that be great if I said, I'd like it in a big check, please?
Like, really? Yeah, and can somebody, I mean, I know Ed McMahon's not alive anymore, but can somebody pose with me, a dignitary?
Dude, could you imagine
$477 million.
24 years old.
Yeah. Yeah.
Him and his friends are going to have the greatest party ever.
Yeah, I just wonder what his life is going to be like, all the sob stories.
Yeah, it's going to be super awesome.
I mean, it's going to be, but he's going to have to
drugs.
I see, could you guys really ignore the sob stories? I mean, at 24 years old, I don't know, I guess you're kind of selfish anyway.
Yeah, at 24, I'd be more inclined to ignore those things.
No, it depends on how you're raised. I feel like Italians are the same way, but you get that Mexican guilt. Yeah. And you just have to do whatever your family wants.
Yeah, we call that. Catholic guilt is what we
Yeah.
get.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's all the same.
I would set aside $100 million and just go balls out on that $100 million, and then the rest of it I would put aside. I think that's responsible. You
Yeah.
still got $300 million to work with.
Only.
Yeah, you do.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, you could take half the money and just put it in some sort of account or some stock program with mutual funds. And I feel like if you left it alone, even if you blew all your money, you'd still have a good amount of money.
All right. You have your $100,000 play money right now in your hand. What's the first thing you're buying?
I said $100 million, Vicky, not $100,000.
Yeah, what are you trying to limit it for?
$100 million.
Jeez, 100,000. You can't get anything for that.
Yeah,
You
don't
talking about-
shortchange him.
Wow,
Right.
100,000 is
He doesn't
nothing.
know that I took a percentage. Sorry.
Yeah.
I'd probably get like 6 or 7 of those Segway scooters and just like
Make it gay.
hit the streets.
God, see, this is why you'll never win the lottery. I've said it before.
Segway gang.
All right, I get 8, so all of us could go Segway scooting around town.
That's not because I didn't get one, is what I'm saying. What
With
I'm-
swords. And then we're like Vikings.
Oh,
But
okay.
but millennial Vikings.
Millennial Vikings. If
And
you
a
get-
drone so we can film it all.
Oh, of course.
Yeah. Sure. And a filmographer guy.
Yeah, that
Yeah.
guy.
Oh, yeah. Got to hire a film crew. Why just at this point? Let's get a professional film crew.
Well, what's the first thing you're going with?
I'm buying a house in like every cool city. So I'm going to get one in Europe. I'm going to buy.
But that takes time. I'm saying right at this very
At this very moment, I want like a brand new car.
Okay.
It's a
Like a
brand
big
new
one.
car.
I don't know which one because I don't know anything about cars, but I want a big fancy one.
Just go and say I want the most expensive one
And I want like a really cool paint job.
with
don't
like
want-
flames.
No, I want it to be 100% covered in glitter.
Okay.
Just like the really sparkly cars.
Yeah.
You know what? Doing that big DJ. You don't want a big car with glitter.
I don't know why, but yeah, I think I'm going to skip the big car with glitter. My buddy actually did something really cool that I would like to do. Is because he loves cinnamon rolls, and he got himself a Rolls Royce, and so he actually took a picture of rolls on a Rolls, which I thought was
Cinnamon
really-
Rolls Royce.
Yeah. So I was like, something like that. I think I would do it just to go, hey guys, look, I'm having some cinnamon rolls, and people might notice the RR on there and go, wait a tick. That's what I would do. Something like really goofy cool.
I think I want to buy every seat at T-Mobile Park for a baseball game.
Wow.
And just fill it up and buy everybody drinks. And like let's see how blacked out drunk we could get during a Mariners game.
Oh, I was just expecting you to buy every seat and then just not let anybody else sit in any seat.
Invite everybody to listen. Well, as many as it could fit. So now maybe I can get everybody in there and then just buy a ridiculous amount of drinks to the point where by like the third inning, the announcers during the Mariners game have to say, it seems like everybody's blacked out drunk at this game.
Yeah, it sure does.
And there's one man who keeps buying everybody drinks. In fact, he's sending shots up to us right now.
Okay, I love this idea. And if you're going to get blacked out drunk, one of my favorite TV shows is Brockmire, about a guy who's a blackout drunk baseball announcer.
They had to let me on the commentary.
Yeah, Hank Azaria and you on the commentary, just calling the whole game. Let's do this.
I wonder, that would be insane.
I wonder how much it would cost. You figure that,
Well, less than $100 million.
Well, you're buying drinks, though, at the ballpark.
Yes.
They're expensive prices for everybody, like 40,000 fans. We can fit 40 grand in there, right? 40,000 fans.
Yeah.
And that's 40,000 drinks. You're only buying one drink or all night long?
No, I want everyone to be blacked out drunk.
Oh, my God,
well,
dude.
those that like to drink. I don't want to force it on.
I would love to know.
Kids don't have to drink. They could have chocolate.
They don't have to.
Yeah.
I don't think they can, Steve. I love how they don't have to drink, but I really don't think they could drink.
It's a parental decision.
Yeah, again, there's some laws. I don't think anybody, no, it's just, yeah.
We'd be doing like keg stands in the pen.
Oh, man. I think you might blow a lot of money.
Yes.
I mean, a lot of money.
I think that's the point.
I think he could lose all of it. I don't know. It's
I would not lose $100 million in one baseball game.
40,000 people, you buying drinks all in 9 innings?
But like you said, there's children and old people and sober people. I'm probably only buying drinks for maybe about like 27.
You know the rockaholics. They're going to leave the kids at home if they're going to get blackout drunk. Who's going to take care of the kids if the parents are all blackout drunk?
All right, if each, let's say a beer drink is $9 times, 5 drinks, 6 drinks, how much gets you blackout?
That's, let's
It
just...
depends on the person. BJ, 3 or 4?
Yeah, you're right.
Let's just say
I'm cheap.
average 5.
Okay,
fine.
So that's $45 right there.
40,000.
Okay.
So a little less than $2 million.
Oh,
but don't forget the ticket prices.
Ticket prices, well, I figured that
I'm just
out.
talking about drinks.
Yeah,
I don't know how
ticket
much
prices
tickets
are like $50.
let's not forget Diamond Club unlimited drinks.
Do you know how much Diamond Club costs?
Yes.
Okay, that's like, I think it's like $200 a ticket for Diamond
I'm
Club.
only 1.8 million on that 100 million I'm planning on blowing. I'm doing okay.
Yeah. Wow. This could be a $5 million night
says
after it's said and done.
His cheese mix will be broken in a matter of weeks.
Yeah, he will. Yeah.
It would be the greatest matter of weeks of all time.
That would be so great.
really
And the
would.
Mariners wouldn't know what to do. It's like, wow, we were selling out. This is insane.
Just blackout night at the Mariners.
Blackout night. Yeah.
No?
Oh, yeah, I don't think they go for that. We'll have to do that, Yeah. All right, I got to tell you about this guy who lost his leg in a skydiving accident. Yeah, he lost his, so he lost his leg in a skydiving accident, and now he just lost his prosthetic leg while skydiving. Yeah, Steve will tell you all about it. He's got the Mix Report for you at 6:17.
BJ and Migs, mornings on The Rock, 99.9 KISW.
99.9 KISW, The Rock of Seattle.
Well informed on the issues of the day? Not this guy. Live from the KISW News Center in downtown Seattle, this is the Migs Report.
Okay,
What's up?
you were playing the belly bongos to this. I just
Going all
noticed.
Kamala.
Yeah,
The wrestling fans. Yep.
Oh, okay. That's right. That's what Kamala does?
He used to.
He did, yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
The Ugandan giant. A lot of people consider me to be a Ugandan giant.
Yeah, I've heard people say that about you. Yeah, that's disturbing. Oh, there he is, the belly bongo.
That's right. Thank you. Well, thanks to Kia Puyol for giving us the Mix
Great
Report.
way to start the Mix Report.
They might want to rethink that. And it's Happy National, actually appropriate, Pigs in a Blanket Day.
Oh, yeah.
Enjoy yourself a good pig in a blanket.
It's been a long time since I've had some.
Is there a spot that is known for their pigs in a blanket? I don't really know any restaurants that's their thing.
Yeah, you're right. We should have somebody around here that does it.
It seems like something that people bring to a party, but not necessarily you go somewhere and then you enjoy a pig in the blanket.
So good. And it's been a long time since I've had one.
Delicioso.
Hey.
Yeah, pigs in a blanket, that Italian.
It's very Italian, right? Hey, if you lost a body part doing something that you enjoy doing, would you keep doing it?
It really depends. If it was board gaming, maybe. If I
Wait,
lost
you lose a finger?
when I close the game board too tight, I don't know.
Or he finally pissed off someone enough to where they stabbed him with a fork.
Or you get a paper cut from the board game and it gets infected.
You're right. And then I lose an arm.
A whole arm.
Yeah, well, that's what you got to do.
Quickly.
It's a bad infection.
Well, the guy in California, his name is Dion, and 2 years ago he lost his right leg while he was skydiving. There was a freak skydiving accident. They had to have it amputated, right? So then now he wears a prosthetic leg, and he continues to skydive.
Okay.
And he just lost his prosthetic leg while skydiving. Apparently he jumped out of a plane and his leg went flying. Luckily, it didn't land on anybody. It landed in a lumber yard. The employees at the lumber yard were able to find it. They called the sheriff's office and they were able to reunite Dion with his leg. So everything's cool. But here's the cop talking about it.
One person said, yes, we had a customer yesterday who was skydiving with us, and he lost his prosthetic leg in mid-flight. It was a very good find. It was kind of a whodunit at first, and how did a prosthetic leg get in the middle of this lumber yard? He unfortunately lost his leg 2 years ago. He said he came down really hard, really fast. As he went to plant his foot, his ankle and bottom part of his leg just exploded. It was really refreshing to see his spirit and just his enthusiasm towards something like this. He had a great spirit, and he said it hasn't slowed him down a bit, and he continues to skydive to this day.
That's the thing. He's still skydiving.
Okay, and again, he said that he lost his leg because it exploded from skydiving because he landed too hard. Yeah, I'd be done at that point.
Yeah, you would think. Not this guy, BJ.
No, another reason I'm not going to skydive. Because I didn't know you could explode your leg while skydiving.
That's the one thing. There's never been a moment in my life where I thought that would be fun to do. I know people love skydiving. It's not even... It terrifies me, yes, but also I just really have no interest in doing it. It's just never been my thing.
Yeah, I have no interest in doing it because I'm afraid.
Well, yeah.
Now that I heard this guy, I didn't know anybody. I've never known anybody to lose their body parts because of skydiving, so now I'm done.
It's a freak accident. There's no guarantee that would happen to you, BJ.
Oh, yeah. Oh, thanks, because when I go up there, I want to guarantee that it'll happen. Thanks, everybody.
This could be the oddest thing I've heard, and of course it's happening here in Washington State. Washington's on the verge of becoming the first state to allow human composting.
What?
Which means they would turn dead bodies into soil within weeks.
Oh, nice.
Okay, I thought this was going to be worse. I thought people were going to be allowed to take a dump out and make their own little compost pile.
I'm sure you can still do that.
Wow. Really?
I guess legislature just passed the bill that would legalize this burial alternative, which is known as natural organic reduction. The governor's now reviewing the bill, although they believe that it's a thoughtful effort to soften our footprint on planet Earth. Human composting.
So so putting all these dead bodies in the ground is a bad thing? Is that what they're saying?
Or the idea of just using the bodies to turn it into soil I have no idea.
Because they said soften the carbon footprint, unless maybe the cremation and burial is really ruining the planet.
Or maybe it's a literal thing, and that the dirt is softer when using a human.
Oh, that could be it. How would you feel about eating carrots known it was grown by a human dead body?
I wouldn't want to think about it.
I mean, it probably has. How many people have lived on Earth? We're probably eating carrots, with soil from dinosaur parts. I don't know.
Well, it's believed to turn the person's remains into 2 wheelbarrows full of soil in just 4 to 7 weeks.
Haunted food, sweet.
I love that.
Do you get to pick what kind of composting, like where would your soil go?
Oh, yeah.
I want to just be about, cucumbers.
Oh, really?
Cucumbers.
Oh, I thought you'd be like, maybe a pot farm.
Or pumpkin patch.
Oh, pumpkin patch.
That's more Danny. I can't. I'll do Christmas trees.
Okay. That's a nice one.
Nice, Danny.
Celebrate the holidays with Steve and Danny.
Yes, that's right. You got your Halloween needs taken care of with Dead Danny.
All right.
And then enjoy Christmas with Dead Miggs.
Yeah, that's just delightful.
All right, let's talk about the Seahawks.
Really?
They made a big trade yesterday, trading Frank Clark to the Kansas City Chiefs for a first-round draft pick, and also they're going to make a second-round pick in 2020, and they're going to swap third-round picks as well. The good news for the Seahawks is that they don't have to even consider now worrying about the whole idea of re-signing Frank Clark. I know they were franchise tagging him, but after the season, who knows what would have happened. So they got some pretty good stuff out of this deal, getting a first-round pick. I know some people aren't happy. Some people are completely fine with it. I don't know what you're thinking, but he ended up signing a big deal, and I know the Seahawks wouldn't be able to make this happen. 5 years, $105 million, and $63.5 million of it guaranteed.
I actually like the idea because I've had this conversation, and granted I'm a football idiot, but I really feel like they are going to have to take some money and protect Russell Wilson. And, maybe they'll try to get lucky defensively by, drafting some good people. But I really think that they free up some of that money. You pay Russell a lot of money, you got to keep him healthy, which means he can't be getting sacked as much as he's getting.
See, I view it as this would hopefully mean that Bobby Wagner is going to be taken care of.
That definitely
is a very big part of it. Gives us more draft picks, which was a thing that they were a little bit worried about. Hopefully they could start worrying a little bit about the future of the offensive line and get some young guys. I mean, I think they have a decent offensive line. It's just, of course you need a couple of little pieces here and there to make things better. And they should be able to get a good pass rusher that someone, some people are thinking Ndamukong Suh, somebody has a lot to prove, get him for a 1-year deal. Who knows what's going to happen with that, obviously. But, you were not going to be able to sign Frank Clark for that kind of money.
Yeah, you're right. And Wagner is a guy you gotta do something about, sure.
Mariners ended up losing yesterday against the San Diego Padres, 6-3. They play again tonight. Felix is on the mound. Hopefully he does well. NHL playoffs? Dude, how about the San Jose Sharks? They're down, 3-0? Score 4 unanswered goals, and Vegas ties it up. They go into overtime. Again, San Jose also was down 3-1 in the series. Ended up winning in overtime. They move on to the next round. So San Jose is off to take on Colorado. Also tonight you got Carolina versus Washington. Winner goes on to take on the Islanders. And your Boston Bruins, BJ, they beat Toronto in convincing fashion, 5-1. They'll now be taking on the Columbus Blue Jackets. So go Blue Jackets, right?
Yeah, I did actually know, and I did watch the game. And even though it sounded, actually the Maple Leafs played a much better and a much closer game than that score indicated.
So you were watching the game. Did you happen to catch Mike Milbury dropping an F-bomb during the game?
No, I missed that. He did?
Oh, yes, he did.
He's an old Bruin, too.
And he's a part of the NBC broadcast
team. I missed
team.
that.
Obviously, he's going to lean towards the Bruins. An icing happened during the game, and I don't know if he thought his microphone was off or he thought he was just whispering it to the point where no one would hear it on camera, but you hear him out and out just say the F-bomb.
Oh, that's awesome.
He says, F me. Here's the audio of it.
Icing is called. Not a popular call. But it gives the...
Wow!
Gives the Bruins a chance to...
And Doc Emmerich, you can hear he's just flustered by that.
He's like, did you just say F me?
I don't know what was going on in the broadcast booth, but I got to imagine he looked at Mike Milbury going, you realize we're on the air right now.
Oh, man. Dude, yeah, Doc Emery was a professional, but yeah, he definitely was a little flustered.
Yeah.
Dude, that was funny. Yeah, I missed that. Dang it. I was going in and out of the game, and I missed that.
It was great. Because then I go on Twitter, and just everyone's like, did Mike Milbury just say F me?
Oh, that's so awesome. That's pretty loud, too.
And it's just, you could hear, like, the disdain in his voice.
Yeah, he was just like, oh, come on.
Everyone's like, oh, if we ever had to wonder who he's rooting for, I think we realized it now. Yeah. NBA playoffs, of course, was going on. A lot of Sonics fans happy to see the Oklahoma City Thunder. Done. Yeah. Man, what an ending to that game. Damian Lillard scores an insane three-pointer. I mean, it should have counted for 5 points where he was situated.
It was like center court, right?
Practically, man. Yeah. He was in between center and the three-point line. So he was pretty deep.
Wow.
Nails it. They end up winning 118 to 115. I think the best part about all of it, though, Kevin Calabro, former Sonics announcer, he's now doing announcing for the Trailblazers. He got to make the call of the Thunder being eliminated, and here's how it sounded.
15, crowd rising to the feet. Lillard with 47 tonight. Working it down to 2-1. A deep three. Oh! What? Blazers win the series. A walk-off three from Lillard. Damian Lillard from way downtown. Fly away. The Blazers win. 118-115.
It's always nice hearing Kevin Calabro's voice. It would be nice if one day we could hear it again with him announcing a Sonics game.
That would be awesome.
It would be. But, I mean, that's pretty awesome that he got to say goodbye to the Oklahoma City Thunder. Yeah. A team that offered him a gig, I remember correctly, to be their announcer, and he turned it down.
Yeah, I think, that was cool when he's like, no.
I wonder if it's a hard thing for him, though, to be the announcer for the Portland Trailblazers, obviously, because there was a rivalry between Sonics and the Blazers. I heard a lot of Sonics fans were down there as well, so that's pretty cool.
Yeah, well, it's funny. I think in some way, some Sonic fans go, we'd rather root for the Blazers than root for the Thunder.
Yeah, I saw a lot of people like Sonics fans saying, look, I am in no way supporting the Trailblazers, but I'll root for anybody that takes on the Oklahoma City Thunder. As far as weather, 59 degrees and cloudy, and thank you, Snoqualmie Casino, for giving us the Migs Report.
Man, lots going on in the world of sports, Steve.
Yes.
Yeah, so very exciting just to see what happens with the Seahawks. I mean, the one thing about that front office, Schneider and the boys, just they do seem to really get the most out of their picks a lot of the time. So I'm excited with all these draft picks and everything. And it's tough that Frank Clark goes, but you can't pay everybody.
And tomorrow with the draft going on, it's going to hit that point where they've got that pick that they just traded for, and I bet they'll trade for like 2 picks in the second round or something ridiculous. I just never expect them to ever make a first round pick.
Yeah, you got a good point there. Yeah,
it always seems to be that way.
You're absolutely right. So, I think you could probably even go to Vegas and bet on that, Steve. You're absolutely right. Yesterday, Steve, he did get this one right too.
Suzanne Summers famously hawked what 90s exercise item?
Yeah, I love that. The Thigh Master.
Yes.
Wow. I used to love Suzanne Summers.
I can tell. Yeah, we know how you love Suzanne Summers.
In retrospect, that did sound a little creepy.
Yeah, it did. You want a shot at beating Steve before he beats himself? If you know what I mean?
Oh, cheers, man. Damn, that escalated.
Yep, sorry. 206-421-ROCK. We're playing Beat Migs at 647 on The Rock.
Today's podcast was brought to you by Travis Gagne, bankruptcy attorney. Here's another question from a listener. If I file for bankruptcy, do I have to appear in court? That makes me nervous.
Going to court is never something that's easy to do. However, when you file bankruptcy, you usually only have to attend one hearing at the courthouse. Of course, I'll be there with you. And when you go to court, it's not before the judge. It's actually with the trustee or the trustee's attorney. One of the things that's critical in a bankruptcy is that you give your attorney and the court all of your information. You list all of your assets and all of your creditors. That's what we're trading for your discharge, is your true and honest disclosure of your assets and liabilities. And so the court hearing is just usually about a 5-minute deal where you show up and reaffirm and swear that all the information you've given the court and your attorney is correct.
Thanks, Travis. If you have more questions about bankruptcy, you can reach out to Travis anytime at choosetherightchapter.com. That's choosetherightchapter.com. Thanks for listening.
Keeping up with the flood of news every single day can be quite stressful. There is climate change happening. There's the pandemic, labor movements, Nicki Minaj's cousin's friend. Hi, I am Gideon Resnick, host of Crooked Media's What a Day. Each week, Travelle Anderson, Priyanka Arabindi, Josie Duffy Rice, and I are going to break down the biggest news stories of the day in a way that hopefully doesn't always make you want to cry. New episodes of What a Day drop every weekday at 5 a.m. Eastern. Listen on Odyssey, Apple Podcasts, or wherever you get your podcasts.